Good afternoon, class. I am Grayson Barham, and I'm going to be doing my presentation on recycling. Uh, the problem that I'm combating is the waste of plastic and cardboard in the U.S. So, some highlights from ScienceDirect.com. About 110 million tons of paper and cardboard waste was managed domestically in 2019. About 56% of that is landfilled annually. Landfill waste represents opportunities for resource and energy recovery. And I'm going to include my slides attached as well so you can follow along. I'm just having to read off of them for this presentation. So, my envision. I envision the major neighborhoods in our area building a recycling area that I drew up, and I will show. Obviously, this takes money, and I expect to use funding from the county or city's tax dollars to build these. The area needs a cardboard crusher and a plastic shredder, which palletizes these recyclables. What I have also included is a basic metal bin and an aluminum can bin. This handles the need for recycling, and I'm going to eliminate the need for a garbage truck to have to empty these, and I will explain that process. Eliminating the garbage truck reduces our carbon footprint, which is big in this. So I've made a little prototype for a cardboard crusher. I'm going to present how that will work. So I have a cereal box. This represents a cardboard crusher. So you got the little door, and that's what you would throw the cardboard in. Then you'd press a button, crushes it. Crusher comes back and keeps crushing until you've eventually stuffed up enough cardboard in there that it palletizes and kicks it out. So that's my cardboard crusher. And then for the plastic crusher, I made one of these. Also have a cardboard box. This one, the plastic would go in through the top, and here you have metal shredders that's going to twist and turn and slowly shred the plastic to where it can be palletized into bundles. And pretty nice concept. Okay. So then, for my diagram of what the recycling yard is going to look like. So this is like a driveway with a gate, and you have two metal bins, one for metal and one for aluminum cans. And then you have the cardboard crusher right here. The cardboard go in. After it palletized, the pallets of cardboard would resonate right here. Then I have a plastic shredder, which same thing, is going to palletize the plastic remains and stack up right here. All right. So the operation side of this, in the beginning, is going to be a trial and error run to determine the quantity and times a week, a month, the facility needs to be emptied. Sorry about that. But there will be a set day and time and place to empty this recycling yard on a first come, first served basis. The public will be allowed to take the scrap metal and aluminum cans for money under the condition of taking, the plastic and cardboard box to the materials recovery facility. I'll go over the potential numbers that one could make by doing the dumping and how this will be self-sufficient. My role in this. So in the funding side, to get the recycling yard established, it would be raising awareness in the community for the need and positive potential impacts that this will have. Then with enough publicity made, going to the city council and state governor for a funding request to buy and ship the equipment to the yard. Once arrived, I would set up the yard how I envisioned and get it going. My role in the operational side would be me being the recycling yard manager. I will be the one who oversees the emptying of the recycling yard. I would start off with once a week meeting in the evening of a weekday, say Thursday night, 5 p.m. I'll put a sign out for any scrappers to recognize this, and then once established, this time will be remembered, and I think it's going to be competition for who gets to do it. To allow them to get the metal as well as the bundles of cardboard and plastic. So I've attached a slide of how the scrap metal prices for our area, and it's depending on the type of metal that's being scrapped, but here's a few types of metals that I have priced per pound. All right, for example, tin, $6.88 per pound. Stainless steel, 34 cents per pound. Cast iron, $8.14 per pound. Copper, $2.58 per pound. And aluminum cans, 0.43 cents per pound. All right, so questions. Does everyone not have a can already? No. For example, in Gulf Breeze, I utilize the company Waste Pro. In order for me to get a recycling bin, I would have to pay an extra $10.50 a month. So I don't participate in that, but if an option was free, I would love to recycle. All right, next question. How does this help the earth? By reducing waste, reusing resources, and decreasing pollution, with my system, it also reduces emissions by not having the garbage trucks stop and go at each individual house. We'll be using local trucks and trailers instead, and it's a one-stop shop for them at the recycling yard. So lower on carbon footprint is huge. All right, thank you guys for listening.